Hey guys, Ritesh here, and in today's video, I'll be sharing my KJ Somaya interview experience. I converted KJ Somaya, and there were two stages in the interview. So the first one was personal interview, and the second was case analysis. Uh, Regarding my profile details and my CAT score, I'll be sharing those in the description, or you could also refer to my previous video of IMT Nagpur interview experience. So without any further ado, so my interview started in an evening slot, and it started with a general briefing about the college. Afterwards, we were all gathered in the waiting room, and the host sent each and every candidate for PI and CA simultaneously. So firstly, I was sent for my PI, which lasted for about 15 to 16 minutes, and there were two professors in my PI. Both were male, and my interview started with the questions about my city. So he asked me, from which city are you joining? What is the population of your city, and what is the main occupation of your city? These three questions were the first three questions. After these questions, he asked me about which section you like reading in newspaper. I told I like editorials because reading is my hobby. So that's why I like reading editorials, but I also read other sections as well. Then he asked me about writing skills. So he asked, so you like reading, so you must also be liking writing. So I told about my blog, that I like writing, and I also have a blog, and I told about the kind of articles which I post there. After this question, uh, he asked me about what specialization are you looking for during your MBA. After that, he asked me who is the Commerce Minister of India and who is the Railway Minister of India. After these two questions, he asked me to tell any specific goal which I chased in the past few years of my life. And then after that question, he asked me, he started asking me about my family business. So my family business is regarding manufacturing and retailing furniture. So he asked me to name three top furniture brands. After this, he asked me to tell the market shares and the revenues of each of these three companies. I was not aware about the financials of the company, so I skipped the answer. After this, the second panelist took over, and then he asked me some ethical questions like, everyone wants to become a leader. So you want to be a leader, and there will be obviously some other students who also wants to be a leader. So how would you handle this situation? So in the answer, I explained him the two of my experience. First experience wherein I was a team member and my team won the competition, and second experience wherein I was a leader and again my team won the competition. So by telling these two experience, I proved that I am a good team member as well as a good leader. So I would perform both the roles responsibly. But definitely, if I have more knowledge and more bird eye view of particular problem situation, I would try to be a leader. But if not, I will stick as a team member itself as well. After this answer, he asked me about which kind of policies do you think that government should include in benefiting these furniture industries. Then after this question, he asked me about the small scale manufacturing furniture industries. He asked me that India has these local manufacturers from ages, and the companies like IKEA are comparatively new. But why aren't these local manufacturers benefiting much? So I told him that these local manufacturers are concentrated in a particular area itself, so their market is comparatively less than the top brands like IKEA because they have various branches in the cities of India. After that, he asked me to what is the biggest challenge faced by auto industry in India. After that, he asked me about my work experience, the questions regarding my company, the nature of work of my company, and the roles and responsibilities during my work experience. After this, the first panelist again took over, and he asked me about the GDP of India. So what is current state of GDP and what is the future goals for Indian GDP. After that, he asked me to asked me what is the ranking of India in terms of GDP. So my personal interview ended over here, and after my personal interview, I was sent for my case analysis, and the duration for case analysis was 10 minutes. And the 10 minutes was divided into two slots of 5 minutes each. The first 5 minutes was given to read and to build my points on a particular case given to me, and the second 5 minutes was for my presentation. So the second 5 minutes was again divided into two parts. The first 3 minutes for my presentation and the next 2 minutes for any cross questioning. So the topic of my case analysis was moral censorship and right to expression. There were 2 to 3 paragraphs regarding to that, and 3 to 4 questions followed up. So the entire topic was related to the censorship which certain obscene films in India they had. So and then it was also, they also mentioned how it impacts the society, and also some of the figures from the surveys conducted. Afterwards, they asked 3 questions. These are not the exact wording of the question, but the questions are something like this. So the first question was like this: is moral censorship hindering the imagination of filmmakers? And the second was: is this politically influenced, or is it genuinely based on morals? And the third question was: should we remove moral censorship in India? After presenting my views on the given case and answering the 3 questions, the time for cross questioning came, and then there was actually 2 professors, one male and one female, for my case analysis. And the male professor started asking me questions. So firstly, during my case analysis, during my presentation, I was like, I was kind of in oppose to moral censorship, because I told that in India youth wants to see these things, and if they don't get it from Bollywood, they will resort to Netflix and Amazon Prime and various other OTT platforms, wherein they could get access to Hollywood movies and all the other movies where the things are not censored. Something like that I told. So from that, the sir established a point that I am like not in favor of moral censorship. So he asked me, so you are talking about all these things. So I will give you a situation. So let's see, there is a Valentine Day, and would you be comfortable to go out with your girlfriend on Valentine Day? So I told, no sir, I would not go out because I don't have a girlfriend.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
And then afterwards he asked me another question, like, what do you think about the ban imposed on cow slaughter in India? Do you think that this decision is foolish, or the government is really clever? So I told both good and bad side of this ban, and I refrained from commenting upon the later part of the question. After that, the ma'am took over and she asked me, like, what do you think, could Indian people watch such kind of films with their parents? I told it really varies from family to family. I could tell only for myself. So I will definitely be comfortable to watch such kind of films, but there is also some extent to it, because obviously I could not watch Games of Thrones or Breaking Bad with my parents. And then she started laughing, and my CA also ended over here.
That little mouse, 'cause I'm an albatross.